Welcome back to my channel. This is Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Crafts. This easy cotton bowl cozy comes with 2 pockets and 2 handles, and it is great for hot and cold food. Simply put your bowl in and carry it around. It makes a fantastic gift. This pattern is part of a very special event called the Advent Calendar Crochet Along. It has a mystery effect to it because you don't know which pattern will be published each day. There will be 24 free crochet patterns out of 30. You can get the entire 30 crochet patterns in an ebook. It's all last-minute gift ideas. If you would like to get the ebook, check the link down below in the description or my website. The entire event is sponsored by Lion Brand. So let's get started with today's quick crochet pattern. In order to crochet the bowl cozy, I'm using red and white Lion Brand's 24/7 cotton yarn. Now you can totally use any other color. You can also just use one color if you like. I made it Christmas themed by adding a little bit of white at the top of the bowl cozy. I'm also using a G+ crochet hook. I designed the bowl cozy such that you can adjust it to any bowl size that you have. So it can be good for bigger bowls and smaller bowls. I will show you how to get started and how far to go if you're going to follow exactly my pattern. So start with a magic ring, chain 1 and add 7 single crochet stitches to the ring. Once you're done, close up your ring and start using a stitch marker as we are crocheting in continuous rounds. I like to use the yarn end as my stitch marker. Now crochet 2 single crochet stitches per stitch all the way around. Next, move up your stitch marker and crochet 1 single crochet in the first stitch and then 2 single crochets in the following stitch. Then repeat that, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets. Now move up your stitch marker and crochet 1 single crochet until you hit the increase. We're going to do 2 single crochets. And now there's the increase right here. You can see it. So that means we're going to put an increase right on top of it. So repeat that all the way around. So 1, 2 single crochets, then an increase. 1, 2 single crochets, and then an increase. Now continue increasing until you have the bottom diameter of your bowl. So that means you're going to increase 1 single crochet per section of the pattern. So we just did 1, 2 single crochets and then increase. So the next round would be 1, 2, 3 single crochets and increase. So every row that number increases. You're going to continue that until you have 9 single crochets and an increase. So that means you're going to have 11 times 7, so 77 single crochets in a round if you're following my pattern to a T. Now, as I said, you may want to reduce the amount or increase the amount depending on how big your bowl is. Mine is a standard soup size bowl, so you could easily go higher if you wish or lower if you wish. After you've finished your circle, you're simply going to do single crochet rows. However, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. If you wish to add a pocket or 2 pockets, in my case it's 2 pockets, to your bowl cozy, these pockets can be used for crackers that you eat when you eat your soup, or for a spoon, a napkin, or anything you wish to put in your pockets. If you do want to decide to add a pocket, you will crochet for a certain amount of stitches just in the back loop. So as you can see right here, in this section, right after I finished my circle, in the next round, I crocheted 10 times in just the back loop, and the rest of it is just regular, until I reached the opposite side of the bowl cozy, and then I did it again. So now again, that depends on how many stitches you have in a round. My 10 stitches in the back loop only are exactly on the opposite side of each other. We're going to use those 10 stitches that are left over, those front loops, to create the pocket that you just saw on the other side. Then you're going to crochet 4 more rounds after that in just single crochet stitches. So that's all you're doing. So just single crochet stitches all the way around, 4 rounds. In addition to the one that you just made, that was just single crochet, but there were 2 spots where you added them only in the back loop only. So these 2 spots are across from each other, right? In the following round, you're doing 1 more increase, the same way as you just did in the circle. So that means if I did 9 single crochets and an increase over here as the last increasing round, that means after my 5 rounds, I'm going to do 10 single crochets and an increase, 10 single crochets and increase. So that means at that point, I have 84 stitches in a round. Next, it's going to be even easier. You're just going to do single crochet stitches. After that, I did 2 more rounds of just single crochet stitches in red, and then 4 more rounds of just white. They're just single crochet stitches, no increases or anything after that. Super duper easy. On the very last round, I did the reversed single crochet stitch, also known as the crab stitch. So that is the 5th round in white. So let me show you that real quick and how this works if you've never done the crab stitch before. I'm going to show you this in red real quick because it's hard to see white on white. So the crab stitch is simply done by going reversed into as the single crochet. So make a chain of 1 and then insert your hook into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then a single crochet. You're going in the opposite direction that you typically go. So insert your hook in the next stitch, pull up a loop, and single crochet. Let's do that one more time. Insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and single crochet. And you're going to continue on doing that all the way around. Now you're going to do one more thing before we adding the pockets. I added here already 1 loop. I counted out 10 stitches. These 10 stitches are exactly between the pockets. So I have the 1 pocket here, and I'm going to have 1 pocket here, right? So if I go in the center and then count out 5 stitches in each direction, that's how I marked my stitches. So now we're adding a loop to it. I did exactly the same thing on the opposite side. I added stitch markers exactly to those 2 points. So now I'm going to show you how to add the handle. Super quick and super easy. You're simply going to attach your yarn to one of the loops that is marked with the stitch marker. By the way, the loop that I'm using is one of the single crochet stitches from that round before the crab stitch. So I'm going to attach my yarn, and I'm going to make 11 chains. Slip stitch to the other loop that is marked with a stitch marker. Now turn and single crochet back 1 per stitch. So you should have 11 single crochet stitches once you go back. Once you're done with one side, do the other side, and then you have 2 loops so you can hold your bow cozy once you have your bow inside. So now let's finish up the pockets. So I have 1 pocket shown over here already so that you can see how this looks like. So now we're just going to do it on the other side. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your red yarn. In my case, it's red. You're going to crochet single crochet stitches right onto that front loop that is left over. So there's 10 stitches that I did. You could have made more or less. I did 10. And so I'm doing 10 single crochet stitches, 1 per front loop that is left over. Then you turn, and now you're going to crochet 6 more rows of just single crochet stitches. And then it's a matter of sewing the pocket to the bowl cozy. Once you're finished making your 7 rows in total, it's now time to sew it on. So cut your yarn a little bit longer. And now you're going to sew it this direction, weave it through this direction, and then sew it on one more time this direction. So all I'm doing is going back and forth between this part and the back and sew the piece on. Once you're done, do the exact same thing on the other side if you chose to have 2 pockets. So now you can see my pockets are exactly on the opposite side, and the same is true for my handles. As you can see, this pattern is very easy. It just has one giant circle and then single crochet rows plus one more increase in the middle. And then you just add a border around it with 2 handles. Super cute and Christmas themed. You can make this bowl cozy bigger or smaller if you wish. You have a few different choices to get this pattern in a written format. Number 1 is my website. It does have ads, but you can view the pattern for free. Number 2 is you can get it as a PDF through Ravelry or Etsy. It's ad-free and printer-friendly. Number 3 is my membership, and you're not only going to get this pattern ad-free and printer-friendly, but you also get all my other patterns in a vault, easy to access, printer-friendly, and ad-free. And number 4 is the ebook that includes all 30 last-minute gift idea patterns. All 30 come with videos. And the entire ebook is a PDF. It's easy to print out and it's ad-free. In fact, it even includes the feature that you can click in a table of content and jump right to the pattern. So 4 different options for you to get this pattern in a written format. Which one will you choose? Be sure to like, comment, and share this video. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the bell to get a notification next time I'm publishing a video or go live. Now go ahead and watch the next video. You're gonna want to, I promise you do.